What day is it?
It's Wednesday! Woo!
Whee!
It's very exciting. We like
I'm
Wednesdays.
still not getting his sound.
It's
Oh, no.
Wednesday.
So,
It did sound.
Dead sound, Ross.
the
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah?
The
Beautiful.
sound.
We've got
Awesome.
Liz.
We have got Liz. Hello, Liz.
Hello, Liz. Hello, hello.
And we have Eva with new hair.
Notice anything new, different, Liz? Anything
So,
different?
Liz is no longer the only one with orange hair.
Hey, we're very warm tones. We've got pink, yellow, and orange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Lovely.
absolutely it.
That's
It's
cute.
autumnal. So, what are we doing today, boys and girls?
Vodka martinis.
I almost said whiskey.
Good.
Oh, we put Ian. Hello, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Ian's here, yay.
Why are we doing vodka martinis?
Because we've never done vodka martinis, and we have so many people that come in and say, "I only drink vodka martinis." So I was like, "Why don't we do vodka martinis?"
Okay, fair
How many
enough.
times can you say vodka
So,
martinis?
how did martinis get started? Where did martinis come from? What's the
Gin.
story? Okay.
This is the part of the conversation me and Eva had, which is about the fact that traditionally martinis were gin,
Yes?
and there's not a lot in a martini, and that's why it was always gin, because it was always a flavourful... No, don't do that. Light. Sorry, we've got a bit of technical things going on.
As usual. I'm just going to stand here and
So,
chat down the gummel.
because there was very little in a martini except for the spirit, it was always a flavourful spirit. And it was made
Okay.
specifically for gin to show off all of the botanicals, all of the gutsy stuff going on in London dry gin.
Right. Okay.
So then the idea of moving it to vodka, which is inherently as clean a flavour and flavourless as possible,
Right.
is counterproductive
Yes.
in traditional vodkas. But we thought rather than do that and really
Right.
start a debate, we would focus on some really flavourful vodkas.
Right. So, if people are drinking vodka martinis with something with almost no flavour, maybe they just
Drink vodka on the rocks.
been drunk. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Cool.
We've got Josh with much rushing about, arriving just in time.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Hi,
Lovely.
Josh. Welcome.
So what are we starting with?
So we are starting with the Grain Shaker Rye.
Why did we choose this one?
So Grain Shaker makes 3 different types of vodka. They make a rye, a corn, and a wheat.
And they're Australian, by
And
the
they're
way.
Australian made.
Yep.
Rye particularly has a tendency in spirits to be gutsy, spicy, and flavour forward. And this is one of the few vodkas you can really taste that difference.
You can smell the difference. It's really aromatic.
And it does. It has that spicy, hot bread sort of smell.
Is anybody else getting a sort of an oiliness to it too? Can
Yeah.
you smell that?
This
For
is
sure.
also a bit of a recommendation of Josh as well. He tried some of them, and I thought, which out of these would be the best martini?
Now,
Okay, thank you, Josh.
we are starting just doing straight,
Vodka.
then we're going to add ice, then we're going to add vermouth. So we're building up to the martini.
Right.
And then at the end, if we feel like we might make a proper full-on martini.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Okay. So,
Alright, on the nose, what have we got? Oiliness?
yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, I get
Goes right up the nostrils.
a bit of bread.
But it's not, I don't get that full alcohol hit you usually get when you smell vodka.
No.
It's not. Yeah, I get a bit
No.
of bread. I get a bread dough. I get that rising bread dough smell.
And a little bit of,
Maybe
like,
sourdough.
Dried grass.
Sourdough
hay
rye?
kind of thing.
Sourdough rye.
Ooh,
I was trying to avoid saying that the rye smelled like rye, but sure.
All
It's
right.
like saying wine.
Smells like-
smells like grapes.
Yeah.
Smells like rye bread. There you
Okay,
go.
yeah.
Well, we don't smell rye really in many other forms. So when you do smell it in...
Whiskey.
I tend not to smell whiskey, to be honest. Spoiler alert.
There's a nice fragrance that, yeah, it's almost that grassy.
Yeah.
But this is very dry.
It's an open air smell though, isn't it? It's really...
Fresh.
I like it,
Alright,
actually.
I'm gonna
I was not expecting to
go
like
for a
it.
little sip.
A little sip.
Great texture. That's yummy. It's pretty gutsy,
Oh,
but
Yeah.
it's yummy.
that's actually nice.
It's definitely the gutsiest out of the 3
Yeah.
vodkas.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
It's,
Sure.
it's as we were tasting the 3 of the Grain Shaker vodkas next to one another, they clearly have very different flavour profiles, which I was surprised to see.
Yep, very different.
This is definitely
Well, that makes it worth the effort then, doesn't it?
a straight
Oh, for
spirit
sure.
drinker's vodka. You know, it's got guts to it.
Yeah, but as I say, it still doesn't have that just aggressive alcohol flavour that I
No.
don't particularly like.
No, I'm gonna.
No.
No
yeah.
go with ice?
We go with
I'm
ice?
going for ice.
Liz agrees, amazing mouthfeel.
Does anyone else want ice?
Yeah,
please.
got a bit of ice.
Thank you very much.
Some Ike.
We may have to pick it up in our fingers sooner or later.
Plonk.
And then for the table. Now, are we expecting this to do the same sort of stuff it does with whiskey? Are we expecting it to open it up, or...?
When you cool it down, it sometimes changes the viscosity.
Yours is loosed. Mine hasn't loosed.
Mine's not loosed. It's
Just
just
hot.
frost on the glass.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, no, it's not
Okay.
loosed. It's just
Okay.
the glass is frosted.
Oh,
It's
okay.
definitely like compressed. The
The scent,
yeah.
yeah, often does.
Flavour's a bit flatter. Smells a bit flatter, I mean.
Doesn't taste flatter. It tastes gutsier.
Tastes bigger.
Really?
Yeah, more
Yeah, I
grassy.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
I think it's
But it's softer. It's
Softer
like,
but grassier,
It's
yeah.
got a fuller flavour.
I
but
get a hint of
softer.
aniseed on the finish.
Ooh. Oh, hey.
Aniseed.
Aniseed.
okay. Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Actually, now that you say that, there's actually a bit of aniseed in the aroma as well that I didn't get before. I don't know whether that's come with the ice
I think it did. I didn't get
or
it
I just
before
wasn't
that.
paying attention. Learned to happen.
It's almost like wormwoody, like.
Yeah.
Anyway, now because everyone likes a different amount of vermouth, we decided
You don't have to have a pipette at home.
you don't have to have a pipette, but by all means, add vermouth at your own volume. But I like
Always
How
add
much
less.
are you recommending, Luke?
5 mils for a shot, 10 to 15 mils for 2 shots,
How much
which
is
is
in
So
there?
how many
Oh.
drops is that
um,
in the pipette?
I think there's a measurement on that.
There is. I'm trying to read it.
Very small.
that would be
You always think it's safer
That's
to
about
add
20
less vermouth and then you can add more.
yeah.
But
Me, on the other hand, I like a really wet martini. I like quite a lot of vermouth.
Do you? Oh, now I smell vermouth in the grass.
Ooh. Now, let's talk about the vermouth. This is obviously a lot of people know of martini vermouth. Generally very widespread, very well known vermouth. But this is their
I think that
Speciale.
needs a bit more.
So it's the Special Reserve. And it's not... We specifically picked this because we wanted a flavourful vermouth. Because we are obviously talking about the flavourful characteristics that go into a martini. And traditionally it was not actually extra dry vermouth. Extra dry vermouth is more of a modern creation.
Oh, that's delicious.
Traditionally martinis were not extra dry. They had a larger quantity of vermouth,
Okay.
and the creation of extra dry vermouth was part of that craze of really dry martinis.
Right.
But traditionally, a lot of people refer to it as dry vermouth and sweet vermouth.
No. But
When
there's-
actually, what you do have is you have sweet red vermouth, dry red vermouth, sweet
Sweet.
white vermouth, dry white vermouth.
yeah. Right.
And this is just a straight white vermouth, so it's not an extra dry or a dry. It's just a white,
but
it's a white
not- but it's not
aromatized
sweet.
wine,
But it's not sweet.
but it's not sweet. So
Okay.
you got to understand that some people think white means dry.
Yeah.
Doesn't always. Sometimes there's just a straight white.
Yeah, okay.
Also known as
But
the
if-
Bianco or Blanco or
Yeah.
So if I go into a bar and I ask someone to make me a martini,
yeah.
am I allowed to ask them what vermouth they would put with it?
Absolutely. If
'Cause
there's,
I
only
don't like-
if there's only 2 ingredients,
You want to know.
you
the-
want to
Yeah.
know what it is.
Well, I think people tend to talk about
Mm.
the main thing. They tend to
Yeah.
talk about the vodka or the gin, but they don't often talk about. I've never heard
Unless
anybody
it's
say.
a good vermouth, they put the vermouth. But I think otherwise they're
I
just
think
like.
I think the problem there is the craze of the extra dry martini.
Okay.
Is that people talk all about the spirit because they're assuming that they're going to put in almost no vermouth, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Right.
See,
okay.
I'm with you.
But if you
I
want-
put in nearly.
If you use a really, really good vermouth,
Yeah,
you want more of it in there.
I think that's delicious. I had a good 20 mils, I think,
Mm.
and it's really nice. Mind you, I do like vermouth on its own,
Oh, that's yummy.
as Janine will attest.
Now, garnishing. What do we feel? We've got olives, we've got lemons, we've got lime.
Um,
And that's the other thing, is a lot of people think it has to be olive. Lemon and lime peel are actually quite traditional as
I
well.
think this feels like olives to me, though.
Feels like olives.
Mm.
You'd say.
Ah, nah.
They've
I'm
got the
going
greenness going.
I want some brightness in
I
this.
agree.
I'm going to spritz a little bit of
Lemon or lime?
lemon.
You going for lemon, Luke?
Yeah.
So if I've got the olive right up the end of the stick, do I put it in that way?
Up to you. Sorry, I didn't think of that.
You're like, I'm just going to put it all the way up the stick.
I just-
got
I'm not-
excited. Quick!
I'm going to put it in that end because I figure this end's for holding on to.
Yeah,
And am I supposed to swirl my olive in my martini?
It's up to you.
I know, but I'm not an experienced martinaholic.
Yes, but at the same time,
Martini.
it is up
Ooh,
to the drinker's
Do we have
preference.
can we put a little bit of olive brine, or do you think that's not the right
I have pre-prepped for this occasion.
Kujian? Because I
Who
remember
wants-
last time. Do you want me to have
I'm
a
gonna taste this before I add
Okay.
the brine.
I think I really like it as it is. I don't think I want brine in
Ooh.
it.
Jenna said, nah, baby pickled onions. The way to go.
Oh,
Oh.
a Gibson.
Are you going to have some brine? I don't want brine. I like it as it is.
I think I'm going to have brine.
Yeah, this is my favourite combination, which is olive brine, but lemon peel as the garnish.
Right.
So you get a bit of salt and a little bit of acid.
So to get what you want, you're walking in and you're asking for a wet,
You want it wet and dirty,
a wet and dirty vodka martini with
Olive
a
brine.
twist,
a twist.
which is a twist of lemon usually.
Right. Okay.
And that's a really good way to
Do you
confuse.
like it with the brine?
I haven't tried it yet.
It's a really good way to confuse a bartender.
Oops.
Ooh.
You like it with the dirtiness, do you? Eva's not so sure.
I think so.
the oiliness
It's a lot softer.
of the vermouth with the acid of the lemon with the salt of the brine. It all balances out and makes a really
Mine
nice.
is perfectly nice without the brine, but with the olive.
Ah.
Well, you're getting this very similar effect.
And I've just got wham bam olive. I quite like it. It's a lot softer.
That's yummy.
Hermione, the modern girl, knows to eat her greens.
No
An
idea.
old Kaz Cook gag. It was to do with kiwi fruit. Daiquiris, but never mind.
Where do we want to be drinking this?
Oh, in a bar.
Yeah?
I don't need to be in a bar.
What kind of bar?
I
Are you
want
thinking
it to
like
be-
rooftop.
I want to be
basement?
somewhere where I can't quite see. It's a bit too dark. That's what I want.
Oh, do you?
I don't mind if it's having a drink in the garden after the sun's gone down,
Mhm.
or in a dark bar somewhere, or
This is what I was saying before. This to me.
in a badly lit lounge room at someone's house that you can't remember the name of. You know, like
Yeah.
Smell of bong water in the carpet.
no,
Anyway,
no, not
no,
quite.
I'm just joking. Never been there.
Sure.
What I was saying before, and I don't know whether it's the idea of it being rye and the idea of it being grass, but for me it's a really open smell. It's a really open aroma. I'd want to drink this outside.
This is the outside martini.
This is an outside martini.
Yeah,
You're right.
interesting.
That's what I think.
Okay. I see.
But I'm with Luke. It could be dusk, you know.
You know when you're
Anyway.
outside having a drink and it's, you know, you think it's lovely because the sun's out and then the sun's setting, but you're not quite ready to go inside and you've still got a bit of your drink left, so you're sort of sitting there and it's a bit too dark. That's where I want to be.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, you've
That's
been
your
there.
drink that you've got left over.
Yeah,
okay,
it's the
right.
last drink when you've been there for slightly too long.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Ian has said, I was just about to say it, Liz's Lounge.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she hasn't got bong water in the carpet.
Why does... I'm not even going to ask if that's why. Anyway.
What are we moving on to now?
Now we are moving on to
What are we
the
doing next?
Zubrowka
Zabrovka.
Zabrovka.
What is...
bison grass
What?
vodka.
Right. Why did the Polish do this?
I don't... Well, hang on. Give me a sec.
I hope the people that got a tasting pack notice that they have a little bit of grass each in their bottle.
Yeah, so the bison grass vodka has a
I
blade
don't-
of bison grass in it.
I took it out.
And
cut it
Eva
up.
very carefully pulled it out
Good work.
using 2 metal straws as chopsticks.
Never say.
And hand sliced
Never
them
say
very
we
right.
don't go the extra mile for our customers.
I
That's what
wanted
wanna
them to see the grass.
say.
So that's part of the fun.
Luke, do you know the history of the bison grass?
I'm sure I'll find out in about 2.5 seconds.
Do you
Tell
come
us
around
this.
here?
Russ, come over.
Come from behind the camera, Mr. Smith.
So we do have Ross here today. He's just being out
He's been in the
techie.
production booth.
Ta-da! Hello, hello,
All right.
hello.
All right.
Well, Zubrowka. It's one of the original Polish vodkas. It's very,
Very
very
old.
old. And in the early days, the distillation process was as rough as guts, so it didn't taste very good. So I used to grab whatever herbs I could put in it to lift the
Grass.
taste. And there was this bison grass is a special herb of the time, and they narrowed it down to that was the perfect one. And as it got refined, it was sort of like just a way of reminding them of their own history. It was sort of like just like, oh, we've always done it that way.
And what's
Like
quite
a token
funny
to
is,
tradition.
as the name and the production of Zubrowka has grown over the years, they still have to work really hard because there's actually not a lot of bison grass around. It's a very small portion of Poland that has bison grass.
Yeah, right.
But doesn't that smell
But
fantastic?
it kind of brings it back to that really traditional Polish, it's from this place.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives it a bit of...
Yeah, but originally it was because it was so rough, they used to just chuck herbs in it. But as they refined it, they refined the herbs they had in it until it got down to just being the bison grass.
Yeah, okay, right.
So
So,
what-
it would have almost been like a botanical vodka, like
yeah.
a gin without the juniper.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. Ian has says, I only have the bison grass. It was too late to order the pack. Well, good that you've got the bison grass. I'm glad.
What about the smell of that?
Russ, you were confused that
am-
Luke likes making a martini with this. weren't you?
So I will say I was the first person to say that martinis aren't made with vodka because I'm a tosser. That's fine.
Excuse
But I
me.
will say the only exception I, in the past, have made for vodka martinis is this. This is my absolute favourite vodka of all time, and I think it's absolutely delicious.
Is that because you think
I
it's
like
slightly
it. I
more
like the
herbal?
rye.
I think it's because it brings a really interesting element that I've not tasted anywhere else.
Okay.
It's green, it's herbal, but it's not. It's bright. It's almost got that.
It smells
It's
a bit
very
like
green.
I hate to say this. It smells a bit like tarragon bison grass.
It's tarragon. I think it's almost like honey. Like it's got that honey smell.
I like a European honey.
Like heather. It's sort of like grass honey, obviously.
That's magnificent.
But it's just the smell of it makes my mouth water.
It's so soft. Again, maybe this is just me being a vodka newbie, but I was
noob.
A noob. Vodka noob. I'm a vodka noob. It was just. I was expecting the vodka to smell really just of alcohol. This doesn't
Like,
smell of
yeah.
alcohol either.
This doesn't at all. I actually can't.
This smells to me like if somebody told me this was an eau de vie or do you know what I mean? Another clear.
Oh, like a
Spirit?
brandy spirit or a fruit spirit or something.
I would not have
blinked
blinked
about it. Yeah.
because it's
Actually,
got.
it's reminiscent of a lot of eau de vie.
Yeah, it's got and it's got that slight colour to it. It's got it's not completely clear.
It's an off-white that's enough
yeah,
clear.
Yeah, whereas the other ones are completely clear. But
Oh.
it smells like it's made from something quite,
Fresh.
but also quite complex.
Yeah.
It smells like grape spirit to me. Is I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
There's
Yeah,
almost
you
like-
get that?
Liz has said it's just like, well, she thinks it's like gin.
Yeah, it is a bit like gin. You're right, Liz. It is a bit like gin, except without the juniper bit.
I think it's a little bit. It's got a brighter, less bitter note, obviously, because there's no juniper.
Mm.
That's delicious. Sorry, I'm already anyway huge fan, but
Ice.
Oh, yum!
yeah,
Yum! Yum!
yum, right?
That's yum.
If I've ever said that there was a time for a vodka that could be drunk by itself,
That's it.
this
Yeah,
stuff goes down a treat.
I remember one of my first weeks when you came back here, that you cracked open a bottle of this. You've got to try this, and I was like,
Yeah, Eva said to me, she goes, "Oh, I don't really like drinking spirits straight." I went, "Try this," and I
Yeah.
just pulled it off the shelf and cracked it open. Because needless to say, I was probably taking one home anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really nerded out that day.
And we're in lockdown. There's nothing else to do. What
Yeah.
the hell?
yeah, for sure.
And ice is good with it, you think?
It changes it, and I think that's important.
I just had to Google because I was very curious. There is also a bison grass gin,
Oh,
which doesn't surprise me.
Is it Polish too?
No.
Ice? Eva?
Please.
this is the other thing I've discovered.
I've got that ice on you.
When it's cold, this is what I call danger vodka.
Danger.
Danger Mouse.
It's distilled in Cheshire.
Not Poland, is my guess.
No.
Oh my gosh! All
Not
right.
Cheshire, Poland.
That will do dangerous things to my body.
Oh, yow. That's just delicious.
Mmm.
How long's this been going on?
My house, a very long time.
This is really nice. I thought I didn't like vodka, and now I'm wrong.
We've said this every vodka tasting though. We always
Yeah.
find one
You
vodka
heard
that
it here
Vivian
first.
likes.
No, I think, but this is, this is at the risk of smelling our own spirit. But this is the reason you need to do tastings, because
You've got to get over
people
some...
think I don't like vodka, I don't drink vodka, and it's just not. I mean, you don't know really.
We've said it time and time and again. There is a vodka for everybody.
Absolutely.
Like Ian says, he agrees. Great. Oh yeah, it's great to neat. He even has a bottle at home, so
Which
kind
is
of
how he's
already.
drinking it
Yeah,
at home. I get it.
already. And
Yeah.
Justice said definitely on the roster for vodkas to be drunk and neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of neat, I'm going to ruin it all. I'm going to jump in with my absolute favourite thing.
Right, just a squeeze
Lemon
of.
or lime, Luke?
Zubrowka with lime. We're doing lime peel. We're not doing lots of juice. We're just doing a bit of oil.
Right.
Little bit of oil.
So what you do with the peel is you get it and you squeeze it like that, so that then the oil goes.
do a bit of a
into
whole
the-
fold in
And
half.
if you're feeling fancy, you rub it around the rim of the glass and then on the stem of the glass as well.
I like the other way around.
The stem was about... I didn't get this. So the rim of the glass is so obviously you smell it when you put your nose to it. And the other reason you put it on the stem is so that it gets on your fingers.
It's already on my fingers
And
because I
you-
rubbed all over the glass.
No, I know, but no, it means
Woo,
that
wow. That's punchy.
if you were serving a drink to somebody else in a bar, they would then have the smell on their hands. It's like, so that it creates an aroma around them and their drink.
That's nice. Well, that is nice.
And I'm going to go a really small amount of vermouth for this one because I don't think it needs much more flavour.
I'm
Flavor.
a bit sort of doesn't need vermouth at all.
But it's a martini taste.
I did a few drops. Do 3 or 4 drops. You can see what you think.
So don't push me around, girlfriend.
Oh.
Wait, I want to try it first.
If I want my
You're like, don't push it around.
if I want my martini without any vermouth in it, I can have my martini without any vermouth.
There are people who believe that that is the way to go, and whether or
Yeah,
not that's a martini, I do not
We've
know.
all worked in bars where somebody comes in and
Yummy.
says, I want my martini, so you just swirl the vermouth around, throw it out, put that one in the dishwasher, and then I'll just have the... Why don't you just order straight?
There was someone famous who said that you should to make a martini the proper way, it should be as dry as possible, and you should just have an open bottle of vermouth somewhere nearby.
Yeah.
And that was it. Which
And
I think
then-
is a certain amount of...
Oh, that's
Poppycock,
actually beautiful with a little bit of vermouth in it.
How much? Just a little.
I did
Couple of
a
drops.
couple of drops, not the amount we did last time.
I think you just need a little bit of the oiliness to pop it back up.
My problem, I can't actually smell it now. I can only smell the lime.
Mm.
The longer it sits though, I think.
Ooh. I have a smash of tarragon and a splash of Lillet.
Mm.
Yum.
That's
Yeah.
my
And
other favourite for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
For, well,
Lisa
like
says
aroma
going
tastes
well
fine.
with my Bellinis and smoked salmon dill. Mm.
Oh, yeah, it would be. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
that's really sweet. Josh has said good vodka is one of the reasons I started coming to Wigs. There you go.
Cheers to that,
Nice.
Josh.
We live to serve, Josh. We live to serve.
Oh my gosh. This is...
It's killed the aroma for me, though, the lime. I'm only smelling lime. I think next time I'm not going to wipe it around the top of the glass.
Andy has said he's getting marzipan from
Yeah.
this with the vermouth.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
I see it.
You see it? Ross sees it. Or do you taste it?
Yeah. And that too. I'm
Oh.
seeing it in my
I'm in danger of
That's nice. But
stopping right there.
Let's move on, boys and girls.
Oh yeah, I get marzipan.
Now
Yeah.
this
I
was
don't-
a
I
conversation.
don't like marzipan.
See, oh sorry.
We were talking about flavorful vodkas,
Mm.
and we were talking about dry vodkas, flavorful vodkas, botanical vodkas, and we're talking about what kind of botanicals and flavors would you get in a gin
Mm.
that goes in a martini that you could replicate with vodka. Which
Peppar.
is kind of how we ended up here. And this was Eva's idea.
I kind of wanted to do it because I was curious. And I was like, yeah, it could go well in a martini, a little bit savoury. And then when I cracked it open the other day,
This is our wild
the
card, everybody.
smell, I couldn't smell vodka at all. I was like, whoa.
Oh, no.
No, you are smelling like a capsicum or a pepper.
Yeah.
Straight
When they
away.
say pepper, we're talking about chilies.
Yeah.
I thought
But
it was
I-
going to be pepper as in pepper.
No.
Like black pepper?
No, as in chili peppers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is just
Fragrant.
what's the chemical in capsicums?
Oh,
Capsaicin.
deadly nightshade?
Capsaicin. That is just that.
Yeah.
What? This
Wow.
is the really interesting thing about chili, though.
It
I'm not
almost
the
smells like a disinfectant or a fly spray.
Why'd you have to go there? I'm not the hugest fan of really spicy things, but I really love that fresh, fragrant, vibrant,
Yeah.
sort of semi-spicy capsicum.
Like you've just
pungent.
chopped into it.
Yeah.
You've got it.
Now there are some people, for example, who say that there's green capsicums are of no use to any man or beast. I disagree.
I think
I
they're
think
very
this is
different.
actually a really nice.
But this isn't green capsicum, I don't think.
That's what I'm getting.
I'm getting red capsicum
Are you?
and chili and a jalapeno.
What colour are
maybe.
you getting, Eva?
Colour.
What colour capsicum are you getting?
A little bit of.
I'm getting a bit of green and a bit of
Yeah,
red.
I was saying a bit of green.
See, I don't think it's green as in like green capsicum. I think it's green like jalapeno.
Yeah.
Sort of
Maybe.
like-
Maybe that's what I'm
Because
getting.
you know it's a bit spicy, but it's got a lot of that capsicum-y flavour.
Yeah. Lizzie says sweet chilies. And she goes, don't add any bubbles.
Oh yeah.
Bubbles.
So this is something we discovered a couple of weeks ago when we were tasting a chili gin.
Oh, yeah.
If it's got actual capsaicin in it and you add bubbles, it will vaporize, and if you inhale it, it will burn your nostrils. So just be really careful.
Right.
I mean, it can be done, but if it's got a lot of capsaicin in it, and it made us all cough.
Don't do this at home.
It made us all cough really badly.
Yeah, Jen said, go in and add tonic. Hee hee.
Cheeky. Alright, I'm gonna sip in.
Sip in.
You on to the next one, the pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
really soft.
Super soft.
I was not expecting.
But it's got a little bit of that, well,
Oh.
still the capsaicin.
If you let it go straight to the back of your throat, it's not so soft.
So you shot it.
Yeah.
Were you hesitant because you're like, I don't want to try this, so
Yeehaw.
you just...
Hello.
See what I mean?
Yes.
Yes.
It clearly...
That's quite different.
Oh,
If you
oh,
put
it
it on-
sticks around. Hello.
If you put it on the end of your tongue, it's obviously a completely different thing, but obviously it just went straight to it.
Clearly, the capsaicin evaporates with the ethanol. So if you don't let it evaporate and you really like... Ooh,
Sorry. Yeah.
That's a...
It was soft.
So it's
and then
like
it
a fireball
it bit
vodka.
me. No.
Not quite, no.
It's not spicy. No, it is spicy, but it's not.
It's clearly kicking in with the ethanol though. Like
Yeah.
it's really, those two are hand in hand. So you
Mm.
don't really know if it's ethanol or pepper.
Yeah, right. Liz says, nice warm.
Oh, that's much better when you don't let it hit the back of your throat first.
That's, oh, it's starting to build up on the
Never
tongue.
say I don't let people learn from my mistakes.
It's
I
starting to build
definitely
up.
get like jalapenos on the palate.
There's like a sweet chili building up on the front of the tongue, which is really nice.
Mm.
I think that's quite fun.
I really like
I
that.
like this. I think this would be great in a Bloody Mary.
Oh yeah.
Oi.
Or just a lot
Don't
of
you reckon?
cocktails.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add some
'Cause
ice
it's got
and see
a
what happens.
whole lot of flavour going on.
Yeah.
I was just not. I mean, I know it's called pepper, and we should have expected it to have flavour. But I thought, to be honest with you, I thought it meant pepper, as in, as I say, as in
Black
pepper or white pepper or pink
Ah,
pepper.
yeah.
I didn't think it
Well,
peppercorn.
I thought the red, but I was like, pepper. And it's, I guess, American market.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Ice.
You can be our guinea pig. Does it help? Not.
Yeah.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, rounds it out.
All right.
Yeah, it does. It definitely.
Does it? Okay.
I was concerned because sometimes when you cool things down or heat things up with chili in it, it brings it out.
Yes.
Much like if you let raw garlic sit around for too long,
Yeah.
it gets really pungent.
Andy's asking if we can call it Frank Walker vodka. Thank you, Luke.
Sorry, Eva.
Who's Frank Walker?
I don't know. Who's Andy?
Andy's Josh's friend. Frank Walker?
Would you like a different block of ice, Eva?
Yes, please. It's hanging out on top.
I have to say you.
Andy, can you please explain? We don't get it.
No, I was thinking if it was my sister, maybe it was a.
Oh, no, different Andy.
I'm gonna be a weirdo and I'm gonna add lemon.
You heard it here
Weirdo.
first.
I'm gonna add lemon.
Are you?
Lemon. Why?
I think chili and lemon.
Now I'm getting
that
it. Now
bright
it's really musky.
freshness.
Now it's musky, like it's sort of.
Oh yeah, like not sandalwood, but like
Yes, you get
Sandalwood?
Yeah, it is like sandalwood. I've discovered with these tastings that sometimes the
Sandalwood.
First thing
Sandalwood.
Holy
the first
damn
thing that comes
moly.
out of your mouth is often right. Do you know? Just because it's
Like,
it
weird.
doesn't go through your brain, it just comes straight out.
Josh says Frank Walker from National Tiles.
Hello, Frank Walker
Oh.
of National Tiles.
You going hello?
Well, that's it's what I do when a spirit surprises me. So,
Okay, yeah.
Hello.
Okay, right, gotcha.
Right. That's enough cross promotion, or we'll have to start asking him for money.
Ooh, lemon makes that really funky.
Oh, I like it with ice.
Yeah, so do I.
It's like warm but cold.
Mm.
She's hot and she's cold.
Now, I
Cold,
we
spicy.
didn't discuss where we were gonna. Did we discuss where we were gonna drink the bison grass?
Anywhere,
I'm
anytime.
having,
Everywhere.
I'm having this at a spa.
Days ending in
Oh,
Y.
It's a cold night. I'm in a hot tub. I'm drinking a warm flavored drink
With ice.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's you've just been skiing and you walk into the lodge with the heater on, and you're
Luke
cold.
hasn't been skiing since he was underage. I have to say.
Shush. No, but like you know when you're like you
Yes.
go from being outside where it's freezing cold and you step into the
Yes.
sweat room or whatever it's called. I called it the sweat room. It's where you take the drying room. Sorry.
Yes.
Where you take all your
Sweat room.
snow gear off.
It's not a sauna.
Reminds you of that. It's like hot to cold.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So yeah, I could drink this. Like in the
In
snow,
the snow.
but in a jacuzzi in a hot tub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I am. Yeah, exactly. See?
Yeah.
We're thinking alike. Ta-da.
We do this.
Ross is putting the moose.
And I think the Zubrowka's like a daytime garden martini.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Garden
I mean?
party.
Garden party sort of.
Do you
Prancing
know what's
around.
interesting is that at the moment we're discussing all of these as being outside drinks.
No, I think this could be an inside drink or an outside drink. I think this is an outside drink. I think the
What about
pepper
it?
it could be either.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have not yet added vermouth.
Vermouth.
Vermouth. Sorry, we're going a bit loopy. Long weekends really confuse the hell of us.
Huh.
By us, I mean me.
So speak for yourself.
I love that they confuse you even though you don't work Mondays anyway.
I know, so everyone kept going, oh, long weekend, we get Mondays off. And I went, I know, I've always got Mondays off. Anyway. Oi.
Phone is ringing. Good with lime zest and oregano, Liz says. Must be
What
in
do you
Mexico
think about it with
somewhere.
vermouth? I don't think the vermouth makes any difference.
Not a lot.
Why did I bother doing that?
Lemon or lime, Luke?
I really like it with lemon.
I feel like lime because it's like
Chili and lime.
jalapenos. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to brighten it up.
We haven't got any lime left.
Oh.
Have you got any lime left, Ross?
I just put it in the thing.
Bonk. Do.
Do you want lime as well, Eva?
No, this is lime.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
I'm getting real economic with our lime zest at this point. There's
Given that we had an enormous number of limes, we could have had more. I'm not
Just-
rubbing it around the glass. I don't like that.
Josh said the vermouth makes the pepper come in much later? Question mark.
delays it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't.
The limes a go.
Whoa. That's fun.
Oh, nice
Can I
drink.
give a sniff with the lime? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna drink it, but.
I want that to be a long drink now.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the conversation we had about the Settlers coriander leaf gin. It's
Reminds-
like,
Oh, like a drinking, no,
It's-
an eating sort of.
well, yeah, it's like the conversation we had with the Settlers coriander leaf gin was, I want to put a slice of chili in it and make it a long drink. And this is like, I want to put lime and coriander in and make it a long drink. So maybe you just need to do a half and half. Big wedge of lime, big tall drink. Eat it with Vietnamese food,
As in put the coriander leaf.
coriander
and
leaf
this.
gin and pepper vodka together.
Woo!
I think it would need to have something that,
Which
in
would
it
then
that
make
wasn't
it-
alcohol.
No, and soda water.
All right.
And like lots of ice.
Good, because otherwise with hot food, I think we'd all be
Shook carcass.
okay.
What do we all
Yeah.
think?
I'm really impressed. I really like this.
I think the Peppar's my favourite.
I think this is progress.
Yeah, I think the Zubrowka is my favourite.
Russ?
Ross thinks the Zubrowka too.
Zubrowka? Well, there you go. I'm surprised that I've said the Absolut was my favourite.
We are too.
Mm.
The power of,
Yeah.
the power of opinion.
Mm.
All right.
Indeed.
Interesting. Well, do we have any last comments on vodka martinis?
Well, my comment would be, I think vodka is surprising. I think vodka's not vodka. I think once upon a time maybe it was vodka. Look, it's like, how many times
Vodka's not vodka. Very confusing, Vivian.
No, once upon a time people used to say, gins are all the same, and then we found that with 350 of them, clearly they're not. And I know that I thought vodka was much of a muchness, and
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
I still don't see the point in, the bog standard no flavour stuff, but this is just really
That
yummy.
being said, the grain shaker isn't really a flavoured vodka. It's just
But it has fabulous texture.
three different expressions of grain.
It's a craft vodka, so you
Yeah.
can see that they've made it for a purpose, whereas a lot of the other ones that are bulk made, that they're just making it to be mixed.
Well,
I think the grain
To be the
The
alcohol.
That
grain
being-
shaker had the
that
grain shaker
being
had
said-
the vodka. The grain shaker had the texture I liked best.
This is important because when I was studying spirits and distillation, one of the things that is brought up is about what is vodka and what's its purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Flavoured vodkas go under flavoured spirits. They're a completely different thing. But plain vodka, the quality is judged on texture
Right.
and flavour. And the flavour should be as
Neutral.
as possible.
Right.
So,
the
and
grain-
that's why it's called a neutral grain spirit. The idea is it should be ethanol and water. How you get there is your own business.
Okay.
But,
well, the grain shaker does actually meet that
It-
definition.
yeah, to a degree. I mean, obviously the rye brings a bit of flavour to it,
But it's mostly actually, I thought
but
it
it's
was
just texture, really.
Mm.
So that's kind of interesting because we have been doing a lot of flavoured vodkas.
Oh, yeah.
But doing plain vodka back to back, really hard work.
Yeah.
And not just because you get drunk, but also because trying to discern a lack of flavour
Yeah.
is very difficult.
Quite right.
And that
Well,
being
I thought
said,
that was yum.
I'm going to
Awesome.
make a cheeky martini.
Luke's going
And
to
a
make
proper
a
martini.
cheeky martini. While Eva manages to bring the things we've got for next week.
Boop, bop, beep,
So
boop,
next
bop.
week we are doing citrus gin.
Citrus
Oh
gin.
no, you say. You've done that before.
But wait.
Wait, there's more. They're different.
We actually haven't done it before.
Yes, we have.
We have done
Have
citrus
we?
gins
Yeah.
before.
Oh.
Yes.
Because Christine's beautiful photo with the gins.
Oh, of course.
We did,
Um,
absolutely.
So we got in more gin. Surprise,
Just-
surprise.
Just in
Because
case you
our
hadn't seen that
dedication
coming.
knows no bounds.
No, exactly. So we are doing all Australian gins, which is quite fun. We have the Settlers Yuzu. We have the limited edition Brookies Shirl the Pearl. Kumquat gin. I can find different spellings for kumquat gin everywhere. Even Brookies have different spellings. That's why. And then the Ambra.
Amber.
Blood Orange.
Awesome. So what would we be... Can I suggest some garnishes if we were going to do...
Garnishes, yes.
So there would be the usual lemon, lime, maybe orange. Liz of the orange hair on the top, black hair underneath, as opposed to Eva with the white hair on top, orange hair underneath. Freezer's kumquat halves or quarters, and she uses that as a garnish. So I'm going to bring some of those.
Nice.
So if you've got a kumquat tree anywhere in your neighbourhood, pinch some. They're all, the one, ours is, a huge amount of fruit.
Chop them up, chuck them in the freezer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, and I just put them flat as per Liz's instructions.
Mm-hmm.
And blood orange, it's hard to find blood oranges at the moment.
What about normal oranges?
Because they're not in season, so maybe normal oranges, do we think?
And what do we go with the usually?
We'll probably do citrus, or if you want to get creative with some herbs, lemon, or mandarin.
Okay.
Mandarin would work.
Lemon,
Yeah.
mandarin,
Mandarin's not season
or
either.
if you want to get creative with some herb, yuzu takes herb really well.
Okay. So people should just pluck the gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go to
Awesome.
town.
Yeah. And then the week after that, we are in store doing a Fiano
Piano
testing.
in store,
So-
right here, right now.
And
Mate.
as of today, we officially have 8 or 9 Fianos, and we are still working out what we're going to surprise everyone with. So,
Tune in.
yeah,
Come
we
in,
thought
book
it
it.
would be fun to maybe make it a surprise tasting.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people...
Which is French, where we won't decide until the night.
No,
We'll decide on 1 or 2 beforehand, and then meh.
Go
We'll see.
rogue.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you can book those tickets on
Drinksmiths.
Drinksmiths, and you can buy the citrus gin on Drinksmiths as well for next week.
Yeah.
So is that it?
That's all.
As
it.
Luke pours us a martini.
Beautiful.
Woo.
So
Awesome.
grab your flights, and we shall see you next week.
And hopefully see you in store soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yum.